continue his foray onto this B site.
ONIC pushing forwards. They do have a lot of space. Flipshot and Famous don't get it all done. Famous was... It does allow Monyet to push very, very fast here, very forwards, and Severine as well from the other side opens things up as Berserks ends up falling, and we're looking at Boom being at a bit of a disadvantage heading into this retake.
Bear in mind it is the bonus, so kills are really what Boom are going for here. Even being able to save a Vandal could be perfect.
Well, Monyet may be trapped here, Fragment forcing him a little bit forwards, but his team do have his back by placing the Toxic Screen further. Opening it up, Monyet will try and go for something similar like he did before. Split between two players, and now there's an opportunity for Famous to find even more. Kill onto Shiro, but still, we're looking at a very close scoreline when it comes to the numbers. Fairly equal, but Monyet says
Famous.
This could potentially break the eco of Boom, so I assume they'll want to be giving it their best. Famous desperately trying to find an angle to work with, even finding elevated positions, but it's Blaze King first to enter. Shiro will clearly find him as he's stranded onto that site, but being stranded means that he's clear pickings for Famous! Thought he missed the first shot, think again, because he's got a headhunter. Flipshot wants to push forwards, but no, he cannot do that, and Famous left in a really difficult spot. Operator in hand, a single point of health replenishing from the toxins, but it's
down. Trying to get onto this B site is going to become much harder.
Oh, Famous's rotation is perfect at some point, and he knows there's going to be a follow-up here, and that's going to give him another kill. Yes, Flipshot falls, but Famous is still alive, and he's got the most important weapon of them all, and it completely opens things up here for Boom. Gives them a clear opportunity to have double the amount of players alive than ONIC does, and, you know, those rifles are there for the taking. Yes, there's no defensive player to go and pick them up straight away, but having the numbers and having Famous freely roam towards this map might be doing this single-handedly. He's got 4 in his bag, and he
Use is going to be so slow.
Outrunning out of light, looking to help them push forwards, and that is Berserk's now fallen. One onto the back end of the site, and it's clearly picked up by Monyet. Very nicely done. Blaze King drops as well, over-eager to find his team an opening, but it's not quite there. Viper Spit drops, Spike as well. ONIC position for a kill. Flash drive coming through. Everybody falls, Monyet! Excuse me? Where do those kills even come from? Boom instantly fall. All through himself may be stranded, but able to run away with his life. Hunter Shuri doesn't hit the mark. Able to be avoided, but Shiro may be in trouble. Yes, he is. Blaze King will be shutting him down. And now we're looking at a 3-on-5 with BME now moving with all of their players. Death Bottle, Berserk, all of them winning their trades, and ONIC are nowhere to be found.
Elmimore, 1 operator, 5 players to find, and 1 very brave chamber.
Yeah, not going to happen, mate. Not going to happen. Oh, my goodness! Here from ONIC as they now approach from mid. Death Bottle might be in a little bit of trouble, but he does clear space, and Berserks has got his back. This is perfect crosshair placement here from Boom, as well as crossfires. This is all coming together for them. Nicely traded from Elmimore. Does keep them in contention, but they need a hell.
What they do need to be able to do, though, is get this plant and get off this site before Boom collapse on them. There's Famous chiming in, and now Elmimore, low HP, does actually all they have to do. Having the KO here is perfect.
That dash spotted out 2 players. Elmimore does get the pick in mid, but he himself dies when he rendezvous away. Now we're looking at a 2v4 over to the B site. Now they push. Flipshot holding them off with a fragment, holding them off with his gun as well. It's all down to Severine, but he will be getting himself that 1 kill. 10 seconds remaining, not much time. Has to get the spike down, but Flipshot is still on the back line. Big brings... Giving them room. Viper's Pit as well. This is the last round. They can use everything they have at their exposure, but Monyet doesn't care about Viper's Pits. He just runs out of it to get more kills. Dekbodal as well, low on health. Similarly to Severine, right? If he dies, a Viper's Pit goes as well, and there may be a chance. Kills through the smokes, kills with shock darts, and now puts Boom on the front seat. How do they deliver? They've got all hands on the steering wheel, and ONIC is trying to react to it, and they react to it perfectly. 2 kills go their way. Famous is all that remains for Boom. And now the spike can go down safely. Famous, he's got the tour de force, but how can you isolate them, right? They're playing together. They're going to play the trade game. They know what's up, but Famous is even quicker to the trigger. Shiro up against him, shows his elbow, shows his head, but decides against it to do his second time. Switches a position, famously reads it. Oh, this is going to be really tough. The Toxic Screen enables them to start to push forwards, but Monyet is able to weave in and out of battle without any issue. Severine wants to chime in as well. ONIC to a great start this pistol. Blaze King and Flipshot are all that remains for Boom, and they have gained absolutely... Look how far Boom had pushed up, though. Playing around that container, they'll soon be spotted. I reckon Blazer King already has. Flipshot definitely has now. They're all going to check in this direction. They're all going to start showing their ground. And shock dart at the feet of Flipshot. we have, haven't we? We want to see more of this guy, especially in the series.
Oh, that's the start.
One. Down to 50 though, and will quickly fall. So B site under their control. Honestly, ONIC prove us wrong here. Severin's got a Vandal, you know. It's a slasher with a Spectre. Shiro, he can do the heavy lifting. Hasn't done too much of that this game, but we'd love to see it. You know, an upset wouldn't be too bad, but Boom should have this in hand, should have this wrapped up. But should is not a certain word, is it? Neither is this round, and therefore we will give them the element of consideration. Blaze King is low, moves out of the shadow, Severin opens things up. Oh yeah, it's a good thing we consider them to be impactful in this game. Oh, and they run away with it as well. Back Boom, and I don't think they're watching it. Oh, he misses a shot. Monyet, you can't afford that. NC Slasher takes advantage of the chaos, picks up a kill himself, but Monyet can't survive for too long. Boom recover with the kills. They're all across this site, and they're not allowing ONIC to move an inch. In they go with 2 players, but how much can you do, honestly, when there's so many Boom players around? Oh, can you do it all? Shiro with 2 kills, but Berserk is right next to him, which leaves Elmimore on a 1v2. Players, and he has no clue. Oh, he's been spotted now. Oh, but he gets 1 kill nonetheless. Famous is able to trade back, which keeps Boom on top, while Severin is pushing forwards himself, makes noise by running, and Flipshitter spots him. Chaos.
This may actually turn into a false positive now, because you've got Shiro and Lemmy, who are both in positions to expect a push. The tour de force misses, and now Shiro knows the attack's coming to this B site. The issue is, how quickly can Elmimore get there? Is Shiro going to have to do this single-handedly?
He's simply outnumbered. On paper, this shouldn't be feasible, but if he can slowly try and pick them off 1 by 1, that's the first, and there's 3 more. This is feasible, palatable.
30 seconds left.
Spike going down, Elmimore now in the fray. Oh, we know they're good at these. We know they're good at these retakes, and they're definitely going to give it a go. There's a Hunter's Fury available. Shocked up to the side, barely doing any damage, spotting out the first player, but it's Blaze King to start things off strong. Elmimore
Ups again. They've fallen back into their old ways.
Not quite, though, right? There's a few left behind in the Viper's Pit, which is how ONIC need to get onto the site. Without it, they may be in trouble. First trades do come through, but Severin feels in his element. He loves the Toxins, but it is Tekpoto with his own Viper's Pit to move in and out of the battle to get himself on top. Since the chamber is dead, which means Shiro is literally all by himself. Severin is coming in, but it won't be in time. It really won't. Boom taking their time. Shiro with a first, okay. Maybe there's a chance, maybe that's a good chance. No, Berserks will be shutting him down. Maybe Shiro did his job. Maybe that's all he could have done there. But it's up to the rest of them to now pick up the pieces. They will not, though. Berserk shows who's boss. And considering this is ONIC's pick, round to cave. Oh, no, check your right. And he doesn't. That's Flipshitter on top, and so is his team.
Look at the rotation this has caused as well. The chamber moves away. The Sova now gets wary of mid. For Boom, they only really have 3 players to worry about should they assault this B site.
They're literally playing in the dark right now. Since that hour join, it's been a few seconds that they haven't been given info. What a kill!
Just perfect.
How does ONIC react now? They're spending an extra player. Shiro heading towards the A site. Does this opening things up towards the B? Maybe the next place in contention is going to be Elbow. NC Slasher has to come out on top here, has to get themselves the kill, and he does, but all the rest end up falling themselves. Boom coming on top here. B-side, of course, it is going to be Boom on the attacking, taking on this very aggressive tempo, but it's NC Slasher and Severin to start things off strong here. Quickly a 2-on-2 and a 1v2. Where did everybody go? I do not know, but all I know is that Shiro is trying to do it all by himself. Not much. Onto the tower, Flipshitter is the first player to work with, and now it's Blaze King, and he's low, and the Prowler's running right after him. Oh, Blaze King with site can be taken over by Boom. A site granted, Spike down, and even though Flipshitter's attempt under the zipline to escape wasn't quite able to do so. Now they can play the close angles, and with Orbital Strike maybe have a chance on that post plant to keep their Spike to explode. ONIC though don't want to keep that going for too long. They themselves starting to push aggressively, hiding away, looking for those angles. Sheriff doing so much for Famous. God! Famous is pulling a Famous, and he's putting his team on top. We're still looking at a 2-on-2 where there's an Orbital Strike. It's right on time. They're pushing forwards, but they get out, and they get both kills. ONIC stay alive. They're enough
to stop this hit to be that Alchemard's certainly going to level the playing field.
Ooh, Severin just pushing through the fragment. He just doesn't care. He wants these kills. It doesn't pay you off well, but Shiro finds space to put that Bulldog to good use. Famous, of course, can perhaps be resurrected. Aftershock is creating more space for them, but Monia is just lurking through smokes. And so it's Flipshitter, but it is Monia to get the best of him. Techbodor so aggro himself. Why is this so close? Teammate Techbodor to get the spike down. The lineup is there. Oh, what a flick. Oh, Elmi is feeling himself, and Techbodor with all to do. Everything has to come down to this guy, out into the open. Oh, but he flukes the shot, and that means that Monia...
them in what is going to be a very fast hit away.
ONIC are aggressing themselves out of that B main position, but it is Boom that is reacting very quickly themselves and want to attack this A site directly. Aftershock comes towards Elmi direction, ends up killing him. I don't think he respected the distance that Aftershock could cover. Now Severin may be in trouble himself as he's being challenged on the backline. Boom don't only care about getting the spike down, they want to take all space control to deny this retake. But Monia and Severin might be bringing themselves back into contention. That's exactly what they do. And we're now looking at a 2-on-2. Orbital Strike versus Rolling Thunder. And it's the Rolling Thunder to catch both of the defensive players of ONIC. But they know they're being challenged. Door is open. Techbodor looks to fall back to the help of his teammate. Faultline could be on point, but both players avoid it. Both players avoid it, but you cannot avoid the hot lead. Right, ONIC with 3 defenders, remember. And the rotation from Elmi is approaching as well. They have to be quick with this one. They have to be very fast. Shiro trying to open things up, but he ends up falling out into the open. NC Slasher, where the Spectre gets a double. The slide by comes through. Monia falls. Techbodor on top here, but has a concussion come out in return to kind of stop them from pushing. That really wasn't too worth, was it? Rolling Thunder for an exchange of 1-for-1, and the push is still commencing from Boom. But when there's a crossfire like this, it might just be worth it. Overdrive enabled, just why the hell not? Just put them to their graves. ONIC with a statement. They're not willing to let...
To just save his team, essentially.
Oh, okay. Well... is he going to check his top left in time? Yeah, there's just so much thrown at him. Rolling Thunder as well. Severin pushed out into the open. Monia will be able to find one, but up against the 3 when the clock is ticking. And Flipshitter having his crosshair. Boom want to start things off with a bang. Early entry coming in from Flipshitter, famous fours as well as Berserks, but then the opportunity to resurrect one of them. Monia just holding strong all by himself. That's all you need, your comfort. Now he's got reinforcements as well, which could make things even more difficult. Shiro falls, Monia trades. Famous, unfortunately, will not come back into play. And that means that Blaze King is all by himself.
This has also allowed Elmi to be able to join his teammate as well. This is so difficult for Blaze King.
I don't think he knows that Blaze King is here, which means it's a free kill. Oh, and it is! And it's Elmi now on a duel. Orbital Strike! Careful, close by! This could be his death. No, walks out in front of Elmi. Blaze King throws down a spike. He wants to pick it up. Incendiary to the right-hand side. Elmi wants to push. Oh, dies to the... Which means he can't have a possibility to refrag. He has to get one and run away. But no, he sticks around. Faultline concusses him, finds himself a sideline, and realizes, I don't want to use my rendezvous here. I want to get more! Perfect! Give him a double, baby! Give him a collateral! And that saves ONIC's situation in this round. It seems Boom had the advantage. But no more, unless Techbodor does some madness. Flipshitter in a really good position, but the Prowler, of course, will be spotting him, not able to replace his crosshair at the right position in time. Techbodor in trouble. Elmi again. It's got to be Elmi, right? And with Famous, all that remains for the Hounds of Boom. Spike will be collected, but other than that, there is not much he can do. Might not so fast. Instead of Famous, oh, he's going into a smoke, and there's a party of 3 there with guns. Blaze King trying to find some pot shots through the smokes. There's an attempted flank, but no, it's all shut down. ONIC clearly take the advantage round of this half, putting themselves on top. Wouldn't be the first time we've seen this, right? Breeze fell in a very similar way. Blaze King out there to open. Oh, Elmi just peeks in and out of battle, but still unable to find a kill. And see, the Slasher! It's with difficulty finding some damage, but the follow-up comes in from his teammate. Monia draws out the Spectre. It's looking good for ONIC, but at the same time, this puts pressure on Boom, wanting to touch the spike. It's just too much. Entry comes out of it. Ooh, Orbital Strike. Oh, what? Berserks? Give me more. Give me more of those. Blaze King as well. They're just popping off. They're loving it. They're loving their pistols. And I love them. What is that? ONIC. They're scratching their heads. What is going on? Lime doesn't scratch his head, ho. He picks up his gun and says, give me this. I want this. This is my round. But ONIC are going to start to initialize this. fragmented players, as you said. Boom on that heaven side. Famous actually nailing down these kills. Give them a triple. Why don't you? And now it's Boom on top. Spike hasn't even gone down, and they desperately need to put all their players in the same boat. Severine will hold on, and it does equalize those scales. They're now even. Flipshooter joining in on that fight. Aftershock denying the close potential. Tekporo as well, forcing them out into the open. Oh, watch your left. Watch your left. He does, but he's unable to find the kill. Can he isolate them? They're both in a very close approximate position. And Elmimore might have brought
and the ults.
Yeah, and he's falling back towards the B site now. Some damage taken by Elmimore. That hinders his confidence, but Flipshooter has a chance. And he takes it. Giveth and taketh.
So ONIC potentially getting a little bit too confident off the back of that last round.
Yes.
I think they're moving a little bit too quickly. They just sort of spread out and hope to punish the eco without anticipating the fact that Boom did have a few stray weapons.
And it's costing them left and right. This time around, Elmimore desperate to find an opening. Not given this time. And C-Slasher, okay. We might be seeing an eco from ONIC. The more damage, the better, right? I mean, he's got an orb strike. He's got himself an orb. If he dies here, gets an orbital strike. If he gets the kill, even better because it denies more weapons. Ultimates you want. That's what Boom wanted. They don't mind, but now they have to play the numbers game, and Flipshooter is having a world of a game. Walks past his opposition, but Severine is able to deal with him quickly. Looking at a 3-on-4, but look at the ultimates available from Boom as well. They've got everything. Night will fall on the ONIC side, but still it holds them back for not long. Fault line will delay also. It's a good one. It catches them all, but no kill potential. And now they're walking in. They're walking in together. A very grouped effort, and it may be working out. Rolling Thunder and Port. Shiro doesn't get caught out though, and this opens things up for ONIC. They're equal in numbers. In the smoke, Severin, as soon as he gets out, they may be in trouble. That's exactly what happens, and it's Blaze King along. All to do. A Phantom collected, looking to put breath. Look at this. There's a hair's breadth between Elmimore and the two of them. Oh, and he dies this time around, which puts Boom on top. But this also opens up B for the taking. But they don't want the B side. They want to push forward. They might be getting too greedy. But it's still traded. Blaze King knows what's coming to him. And he takes them both down. Perfect spray transfer. Berserk goes berserk. And the spike may be game sense.
The null command's available here.
How much dividends? How much of a difference can it make? Blaze King does even things up. Moniet hasn't been tested just yet. Comes out. Rolling Thunder is on point. Moniet with 2. Orbital strike falls onto the side, causing them to move even forwards. He misses, but he wants to go for another go. Goes out. Can't do a thing. Still, there's no rendezvous available. He can't do a thing. He just has to hold by and rely on his teammates. Nightfall now is no longer there. No longer has effect, and they've done all they needed. Incendiary falls. Look at the rotations. All of Boom players are around, and there's Famous on the backstab as well. Looking to pincer them in. And they may be able to do so as well. Sky Smoke locking them out, and little by little, all they have to do is keep Famous there. He doesn't even need to rotate. They know they're approaching the safe site. All he has to do is deny rotations, and there's no time to rotate. In they come! 13 seconds, NC Slasher gets 2, Shiro! And you can see how Famous doesn't want to punish that either, doesn't want to challenge it. Tekporo, he's there to stop it, and Slasher and Shiro, though, are here to stay. 2v3, can they hold on? Boom have got all players. Shiro up against the world. Elmimore, though, might be in the fight as soon as a barrel appears. We'll be able to pull the trigger. Equalization. No more chamber for the defensive side. Moniet on site. They can get the spike down. We're looking at a 4v4. The flash will come through. The push will commence. It's Blaze King on top, and Boom will prevail, but it's still a 3-on-3. On the fight they go. They're not looking to linger. They're looking to push, and Elmimore doesn't want any of it. He wants to stop them. Has had enough. Berserk responds. Shiro, all by yourself, but it shall not be. It's Boom on top. Elmimore challenging the back line. Oh, but it lines up perfectly for Blaze King. No wonder. You no longer need to worry about the chamber. Now their focus is towards main. Flush comes out, but it doesn't hit the mark. Berserks is still in control, but the timing is not quite there. Berserks with a double, but it seems that ONIC come out on top as Severine is looking on top. Oh, Tekporo, all he has to do is hide at the right timing, reveal himself, flip into the smoke. Tekporo also comes out and gets a double of his own. Shiro, you've done brilliant things in the past. Now is your moment to shine. Up against the 4, Boom does fake the plant, allude to the idea that he's committed to it, but all that is required. No, Boom, if they stay composed, it shouldn't be too much of trouble. Blaze King, oh, he's caught by the sideline. No one had his back. Berserk's aggresses himself. He wants a piece of this. Tech Bottle as well. There's a flanking coming as well. Flip Shitter. Berserk falls, but there's no way you expect Flip Shitter there. Elmi Moore is all that remains. Oh, but he has no abilities anymore. He's completely disabled and taken down. Boom, Prevail. And again on map and seal. Too late. Doesn't quite work out. Berserk's pushed by. It's a trade. At least denies some time. Incendiary gets a kill on Elmi Moore.
Oh no!
What? There's a trade in the making. There's a back. It's a flank in the making for Severine, which means Boom has to move in quickly. Have to clear out the site fast. 1 HP from Blaze King. There's no safety to the spawn though. The flash comes in. Now it makes them wary of it, but now they aggress. NC Slasher on the site, looking to hold on in time. They do. Shiro as well. How are they doing this? NC Slasher, you're insane. Flip Shitter falls again.
This is perfect.
Oh, the flank. Oh, Blaze King. He can do everything. He can do so much.
No, he's gone out!
His gun was out of that box, and he will get taken down himself. ONIC have an opportunity to put themselves in the lead, to stop it all from happening. Famous with everything to do, and nothing that will be going his way, neither for Berserks. And again... Oh, look at Moniet just running past. Info definitely is being telegraphed. Berserks comes out on top. Berserks with a double, holds on, finds himself cover, does get sprayed upon the box. Still holding on. Elmi Moore finds himself, but it's Blaze King on site to keep
Oh my God!
Oh, look, and key. It's an just don't connect their shots as they should be. Berserk's in the smoke.
Oh, it's perfect.
Berserk's keeps it going. The pressure is on. He wants to go all the way around and put pressure onto the back line. Flip Shit on the other side. There's only one on side. I don't think he's been tested yet. Moniet. I don't think they know he's there, which means he can do so much when they move out of the smoke. If he just hides in time, trigger discipline by Moniet, but he's only good for 2. Shiro as well, chiming in. Tech Battle controlling, and it's Elmi Moore. Elmi Moore with every skill. They have an impression he's going to come over from main, but instead he's coming over dish. He's trying to spot. Oh, that's an elbow. Free info gives away his own ground, rolling thunder in his direction. The hell out of dodge. None of that. But he may give him another opportunity, but with an operator, this is not optimal. They just hide away. No! Out into the open. Dakota might have thrown, especially if he would have taken over. Dash comes through, fragment to delay. That's a shorty. Oh, they're baiting for it. They're baiting for it so much. And the Severine to come out on top. Flip Shitter holding onto his ground. He wants more of it. Stunned up. Can he get it? Monya in his face. ONIC, they're so close to ending things here, but there's still 3 players alive for Boom, and the hope is with them.
A 3 versus 4 retake. The one thing that may come back to haunt ONIC is that there are 3 players having to commit to holding from tower.
All 3 players playing together. This fault line could be massive though. Moniet, he delivers, and no one close by to deliver with that one. Tech Bottle. Can he put his team on his shoulders? And Cindery will definitely delay the spike diffuse, or they're going to rotate all the way around. Tech Bottle is seized in place, can't push forwards, and he's also damaged up a bit. They're starting to diffuse, but can they account for the corner? They're not. Diffuse halfway. Blaze King cannot deliver himself.
Flip Shitter, he's just going to spot it out. Suddenly, ONIC may be in trouble here. Look at the breach.
Sticks around. Sticks around. Oh dear, Flip Shitter dead. Moniet looks to do a caress. Moniet with 2. ONIC want to be the ones on top here, but Tekfoto is winning the trades on the other end. Berserks looks to join in on that fray, and he's keeping the main side of the ace site completely clear for his team. But look at this. Blaze King sets ablaze the spike, denying the defusal. Shiro chimes in, but it's still a 2v2. No heaven control of Blaze King, and Tekfoto has to do it alone. Spray down across the spike. It's being diffused, but he cannot hear it. He doesn't know. Has to spray down, but he's not accurate with it. He's not accurate with it.
Oh, it's perfect!
He gets it in time. Runs out of bullets.
To bring match and series points.
Flips it. Tekfoto as well. Boom, this could be it. This could be it. Unless ONIC come away with magic. If they do, they have Cadabras and
the flank.
Get them down. Yeah, it's exactly. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and they have no clue. Berserks is behind them. This really could be it. This could be where Boom end this series and carry on their run in this upper bracket and prove themselves to be the best of Indonesia and the hope of that country. Look at this. Severine team. He may be the one to die last. He's trying to prevent the unavoidable. Boom.